Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to Soundout's Pickups, episode 5. This is going to be everything I picked up between February 24th and March 2nd, minus a Marvel Legends Red Goblin, which we'll talk about next week because it hasn't arrived in the mail yet. But here we have a pretty good variety of products here. Surprisingly, not a lot of the same. There is mostly DC here. Once again, but that's because of Primal Age, and eventually we'll run out of stuff to talk about with Primal Age, I promise. But we do have some other stuff here. So let's get started. First up, I mentioned last week when I found Bizarro that I was looking for the Marvel Legends Mystique as well as I went out, and I found her on Sunday. This is the only Mystique that the store had. It was a Walgreens I usually don't go to and can't actually remember ever going to, but I found Mystique. She is fantastic. I do kind of appreciate that Hasbro's strategy with Walgreens was originally Fantastic Four themed, and then now it's gone to X-Men because, hey, if it went to Avengers, I probably wouldn't care as much, but I like a lot of X-Men characters. And plus we're getting Infamous Iron Man soon, which is Dr. Doom in his Tony Stark stolen armor, which is awesome, and I'm looking forward to that. So, really like this. Magic was really good as a re-release, but this is a brand new figure, essentially. She's on the standard female body mold, but she is really cool and definitely a nice upgrade to classic Mystique, which we haven't had since the Toy Biz days. She also has some really cool accessories. Well, first of all, the not cool one, I don't like this gun mold. They keep reusing it. It's got the cool ammo clip thing, but I don't like it that much. I think I have a Hydra Trooper using it, but nobody else that's come with one is using this thing. I don't like it very much. Heads, she came with 2 extra heads for disguise modes, basically. Here's Queen Lilandra of the Shi'ar Empire. I do hope we get a full body for Lilandra later, but if not, I'll probably try to get a second Silver Sable on the aftermarket. I know she's not going for too much loose. It's the Kingpin part's making that crazy, so I do kind of want to make myself a custom Lilandra in the future. But that one's cool. And then we have this head, which is a repaint of the head for Rogue from the Juggernaut wave. So you can either have this on the Mystique body where she's turning, into Rogue or turning out of Rogue, but you can also take Rogue herself, just kind of pop her head off. I didn't even realize that she doesn't have the sliding joint. Like this version of the mold just has the standard ball socket. So just put this on here, and it looks pretty fantastic. You get basically, you could have this thing where it's like, oh, it's Rogue, but then it's like, oh no, it's Mystique. It's really cool. I like the shifting head, and making it Rogue kind of gives it a different, I think it gives it a significant value to character-wise, since, Rogue and Mystique are, connected character-wise. So that's pretty cool. I really do like this idea. I think this is a great way to boost up the accessory count for Mystique and make her a $20 figure. So really awesome. I just want to show this off. This here won't make it into the 2019 Marvel Legends rundown, but Mystique will, but this won't. So we got that. Moving along, let's see. So then, let's see what happened next. Okay, so after finding Mystique on Sunday, I went out, I think it was Thursday. I went out one day because I wanted to try to see if I could find Kingpin Wave Marvel Legends at GameStop since there was a sale, but I struck out on all accounts. Their website didn't really have accurate stock counts, sadly. So I ended up going over to Barnes & Noble because basically the idea is that I'm trying to finish Kingpin Wave. I've got Red Goblin and Silver Sable ordered and coming from Amazon. I'm not getting Marvel Legends Professor Xavier because Amazon canceled my order, which is a little frustrating. So I decided all right, let me just cut my losses and get the Moon Gundam. So my Barnes & Noble's had this Moon Gundam, specifically this one, because they've had one for a couple weeks now. I've really wanted to get it. It's been a little bit eating at me. I'm just but I'm trying to I got to prioritize Marvel Legends, DC Multiverse, stuff like that. But I got some of that out of the way. I got kind of the harder to find Kingpin Wave figures for now, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going in on the Moon Gundam. I was kind of hoping another coupon pop up at Barnes & Noble, but didn't, so here we are. So I was like, you know what, let me just get the Moon Gundam. The Moon Gundam is based on Mobile Suit Moon Gundam, which is a manga series that's currently running. I read the first volume of it, thanks to Zeonic Scanlations for translating that. Fan translations are how we get manga for Gundam, and I just knocked over a few people. This kit's really cool and involved, and it comes with a full-on action-based number 5. So I think I'll probably definitely review this. I'm looking forward to using this in the future for Model Kit Monday, especially since I'm doing a tutorial series on Model Kit Monday, and I need something to demonstrate a tutorial on. So you'll be seeing more of the Moon Gundam, but I definitely picked that up. That was $35, so it's a little bit more of one of the more expensive high grades, but it definitely has a lot inside. So moving forward, thanks to a friend of mine that's local, he went out to Target and was like, hey, they finally stocked the heroes at this Target for Primal Age. So now I finally can say I finished Wave 1 DC Primal Age with Batman and Wonder Woman. These were the last 2 I needed. They had one of each at the store. It's really weird how Target's been stocking these things. But now I'm done with Wave 1. So I'm probably going to end up ordering Wave 2 off of Big Bad Toy Store or something just to simplify my life and not have to worry about this. But we have Batman here. Batman's like the same mold as the others. His hips are super tight on him, which made him a little hard to sit on Ace, but he does sit on Ace kind of nice, which I might show off in a later video. I think when I get Wave 2, I'll just probably do like maybe a general review of just all of them at once or something. These are really cool. I love the Bat Shield. That looks super nice. It kind of reminds me, it's like a similar design to the Coin of Protection that came with the Ice Mode Mr. Freeze. We've got the cool Barbarian sword. I really like the sword design. And he's really cool. I do like this Batman quite a bit. And then Wonder Woman, I think, is probably one of my favorite figures of the whole line. Her only problem is that her feet are kind of tiny, so she has trouble standing. But, you know, I feel like if I kind of want to get the Super 7 vintage style She-Ra, so her and Wonder Woman can hang out, because they would be super awesome together. I love the little details on her, like the painted fingernails. I love her shield. The sword, the lasso is a separate piece. She can hold it even, which is awesome. That's something Mattel never really has figured out too well. Separate lasso pieces, and you know, she's got the same articulation, but I think she looks like probably one of the best because due to the He-Man-esque style of female figures, they're not as bulky and stocky, but like she's got like a really nice muscular build without looking kind of squat like the male characters are, so I do appreciate that. I think this is quite awesome. I'm really happy with Wonder Woman. I'm sad she's the only female in the line, but I get it at the same time because like Teela was the only female in the original Masters line, so you know, that's how it is. Let's see. So then that was one Target, and then another Target got the Target exclusive black, I think they're calling it the black and white Batman. It's essentially the modern colored Batman, because he's got the blue, the black instead of the blue and the darker gray. So this one's really cool because it's got like more modern colors. He's got like the silver as opposed to the gold for the harness and the weapons. He's staying carded. He's a Target exclusive. I do not need 2 Batmans out on the display. I still need to get the Batcave, and I probably should get the lunchbox. But yeah, so like I do not need 2 Batmans on display, just like I don't need 2 Mr. Freezes on display, so I'm going to leave him carded. He does have the Wave 1 card back, despite technically being part of Wave 2. But he's a Target exclusive, so if you see one, snag him. Maybe get this one instead of the other one if your store's never got regular Batman, because this store didn't have regular Batman, they just had the exclusive one. So yeah, really cool. Again, I got the one with the nicest cards, so I could hang it up. It's going to go on my wall next to Mr. Freeze, and they will look super cool together. It's just kind of the variants. Not totally sure how long Primal Age is going to last. You know, there's a second wave at least, but you know, we'll see beyond that. Last thing I also picked up at that Target was they did have the t-shirts in my shirt size of large, which I hadn't come across a large before. So I was like, you know what? I should get the t-shirts. So now I'm like, probably should get the lunchbox since I'm definitely going to get the Batcave to display them in, and the lunchbox would be super fun. Wrapping everything up, went out to the store on the Air Force Base because my family is military. My dad's retired Air Force, and I picked up some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, like you do, I guess. First up, these caught my eye. They're Kaiba Corporation card sleeves. I don't play the game a whole lot anymore. I used to have some friends that played, but then I think it was around the time that Vrain started and the new rules came in. it just kind of like fell apart because like all of our decks were based on special summoning, and then suddenly special summoning was limited, and it was like, oh. But these look really cool. I do have like a Blue Eyes themed deck, a Kaiba, a couple. I actually kind of want to work on another Kaiba themed deck that's not dragon related at all. But anyways, Kaiba Corporation logo on card sleeves is pretty sweet, and it's super rainbowy and stuff. So I picked up a couple packs of those. So those are super cool. And then I finally got myself a Saga Blue Eyes White Dragon structure deck. Again, don't know why they just suddenly got these. The Air Force base stores can be weird like that. But yeah, so, you know, this is essentially a structure deck for the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I was trying to get one of these a couple years ago when I was playing more heavily, and I was trying to, you know, use it to fill out my Kaiba deck. But, you know, they finally showed up, so I finally was able to get one. And kind of finish off that deck, I feel, because it was missing a couple cards. But you see, this is how old is this deck? I don't know, version 9.1, before they added the new special summoning rules and link summoning and stuff. So, you know, it's got everything up to, I think, Xyz summons. Oh, Pendulum. It goes all the way up to Pendulum, so it's not that old. But yeah, it's cool. There's I really like this Blue Eyes mat. I probably still would use the Kaiba cardboard mat from the Kaiba collection that I got, but you know, cool stuff there. Really cool Silver Eyes Azure Dragon, all that. This is just like a guide to the structure deck and how it works. So, you know, use a synchro summoning, which I am pretty good at. But yeah, the main cards here. Here's the Blue Eyes. I have so many Blue Eyes White Dragon cards by this point. I have this art several times. I think this is probably my favorite art out of all of them. I'm not a huge fan of the original art that was used in the anime and such, but I do like this one. I wanted this is a secret rare. Is it a secret rare? I don't know. It's not a secret because I don't have that extra foil. But anyways, point is, it's got the Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. I just had standard one of these from something. Maiden with Eyes of Blue. This is like the third one I needed because I wanted to have 3 in the deck. Dragon Shine and Rabbit Dragon, and Alexandrite Dragon, and Luster Dragon, and Flameville Guard, and Raider of the Stormwinds, which I didn't think I had. It's a lot of stuff to get dragons summoned, which is kind of my whole thing. Kaiser Glider, Heretic, Dragon of Tifunit, Mirage Dragon, Divine Dragon Apocalypse, Whitestone of Legend was one of the ones I really needed, Kaiba Man was one I needed, Hero of Creation, Kaiser Seahorse, Honest, Shining Angel, Silver's Cry. I always like structured decks of the idea of, like, you know, starter decks like, oh, here's a basic deck, and structured decks like, here's a specific play style. So Silver's Cry, I definitely needed. Burst Stream of Destruction, I have one of those. You know, just kind of everything in this deck is just for summoning dragon stuff. And so for me, my whole deck's strategy was about getting as many Blue Eyes in the field as possible, as quickly as possible. And that was essentially my strategy. So when they limited special summoning to, I think, 2, it kind of threw off my whole game. So because of that, I stopped playing regularly, and my other friends stopped playing Girl Special Summon people. So, but anyways, I do have the cards. I kind of want to, you know, finish that deck. This does feel like it's like one of those passion projects where it's like, you know, I can finish this, I can finish my Kaiba deck, and if anyone ever wants to play when they're over at my house, I have, you know, a synchro deck available for them to use too. So that does it for this week's pickups. Like I said, I do have a Marvel Legends Red Goblin coming. It hasn't been delivered yet. I didn't want to delay filming this too much because I have some stuff to do tonight. So we just decided let's roll with that. And yeah, so that does it for this week. So to recap, we have a couple card sleeve packages, Kaiba Corp, Saga of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Primal Age, Batman and Wonder Woman, the t-shirt, Moon Gundam, and Mystique with her extra rogue head. So yeah, pretty good pickup for this week. I think there was some good variety. We'll see what next week is in store. I should be getting some stuff in the mail, including, like I said, Marvel Legends, and I think a Pop Vinyl is coming as well. So we'll see what else happens next week. You never know if I might just get a chunk of money and just decide to go get a narrative Gundam at Barnes & Noble. Or there's a good coupon. Hopefully a good coupon. Anyways, that does it for this week. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I put up a video. Soundout Pickups is every Sunday afternoon just kind of a casual little chat about everything I picked up during the week. Model Kit Monday is returning tomorrow night, March 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain. Fill in the rest yourself. And that is going to be a premiere, so I will be doing a live chat with everyone that shows up. And also Ninja Talks Gundam Live is at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 hour after my Model Kit Monday premiere. So, if you're a Gundam fan, it's a good time to hang out and talk about cool stuff. So anyways, that's all for now. Check out Hero Club for all of your toy news and more. Until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.